Yo, got like maybe another half hour or so. Just starting to kind of poke at what we can do here and figured what the heck. It's always worth seeing if people have questions or anything else out there. So just clicking a couple things to get it on the way and should be good here. So mostly been carving out to try and get mutes. I'm trying to use the arranger and see how it feels. I'm not a huge fan of doing it this way because it's very fiddly. But we'll get there. And I think I'm close to the 1 minute 30-second max. Trying to get a drop here. It just isn't working yet. Maybe I took out too much. I don't know. I mean, what I've basically done is, so I've basically set this up as a AA, or yeah, AA, BB, A, CC, A section, and we're in the C section here, and I don't know, like that, just that transition from the middle A, just maybe either it needs more energy or something, or I need to take a little bit out of the A section. I don't know. Let's listen again. Because we basically what's happening is maybe we have too much carryover, but basically what's happening is I'm trying to take out the notes here from the original chops that I made, and it's possible the transition just is carrying some of the note over and then it's just ending weirdly in the middle, which is actually what I'm starting to think is happening. So if we go to grid view here, we can see this note here at the end is probably, because I don't have anything to stop it from playing. I've been, as I said, I'm trying to avoid mutes. So what I think I need to do is just draw in. Well, let's turn timing on. We'll close timing correct. I'm going to select this note and we'll go automation, velocity. Let's pop this up and bring the velocity all the way down. So what should happen is it's going to technically still play that note, but it should end, like it should stop it from actually playing. I mean, it's a silly trick, but I've done it plenty of times. So let's see how this sounds now. See, I think that sounds cleaner at least. Now we gotta, this one is making it come in a tiny bit early, I think. So let's unwind again. So the other thing is, I'm just listening to this. I might be able to even go without that and just have it kind of go back in. I know this isn't like probably how I'd usually do this, but I'm just trying to experiment around a bit. It's like we've basically pulled out all of the low end in this section. Which makes me think I should, if I'm going to do it here, I maybe need to do it in the B section as well. Probably even at the end, because it's a good way to kind of pull out of the whole thing. do the same thing. We'll just drop the note to 0 and should be able to do it. Oh, okay. We're going to unwind here. Let's try again. I still feel like there's too many elements going on in some of these sections, so we just got to keep pulling that out. Oh, it's snowing again here. Just what we need, more snow. Yeah, that doesn't transition out as well. I don't know. Well, I've been dealing with the fiddliness of this here, which is not my favorite, but as I said, I'm just trying it out just to force myself to do something a bit different. So I don't think we want any claps going here. Hey, Sai, thank you. My wife just sent me a message asking what I want for dinner tonight. I have no idea. Maybe I should pull out the kick pattern when we go into this drop. I mean, maybe it'll work. It's just me to say it doesn't. Let's give it a try. Let's wind back. See how this sounds. So we definitely, I mean, maybe this needs to, maybe it does need to lead out here. Because mechanically, we could, let's try, cut that out. Go down and shift copy, shift paste. We're going to put that back. Let's think about, maybe we just get rid of the high end. Maybe the high end is out. Okay. Okay, yeah, I just put the, okay, I did put that back. I'm just, it looked weird when we did that. Select tool. No, I don't want to get all of that. Let's cut that out. Get this out. I think, let's leave the wonky hats. We're going to get rid of, let's get rid of a big chunk of the very high energy or high frequency hats. The kick and stuff. Man, this is going to drive me nuts because it keeps sliding over. Shift cut. All right, let's unwind a bit. Halfway. Maybe these wonky hats need to come out near the halfway point near the end. Just gonna guess somewhere around here. Wind time back a tiny bit. Doesn't sound terrible. Yeah, 3.0 has a lot of stuff I like about it, but it's imposed a lot of workflow challenges for me. But I'm forcing myself to try and use some of this new stuff and just see how it feels. I feel like these claps are too high energy for this early in the track. Let's nuke some of them. I usually would do this using the track mute, but the track mute doesn't work quite the way that I want it to. If you try to record, I basically took the previous project. I use song mode to go A A B B A C C A, and it's pseudo baked in track mutes, and it just makes it a pain to work with. I don't like the claps at the end here. I didn't like that. Why? I don't know. But it's gotta go. All right, let's go back here. That just sounds smoother to me. I don't even like how many, maybe halfway through we can start bringing in like a little bit more claps, but I don't even like it there. Let's go. I wish I was more able to be more surgical here, but I get what we get. I think I just got too carried away with claps. Let's cut out a lot here. I don't even think you can technically hear that one, but let's go and try to nudge my finger just enough. Let's wind back. We're getting close. think we're close. I should start thinking about doing some like filter automation or something. Yeah, you can. The tempo automation and stuff, or changing tempos between tracks, can certainly also lead to some fun bounciness. Especially if you do like super lazy chops. I did not shoot for perfect chops here. I just kind of went for whatever seemed decent. See how try to resample. That's too low. I almost want like a delay or something on it too. Not delay pro. That'll be... It's too fast. Also not mix 100%. Let's try 50-50. Just like a little tiny bit of echo or delay. I know that's maybe that's pushing it way too back. Try around 1000 hertz again. A little high. 900. Still a little high. 7. I need to dampen it. That's too much. Is the rep pitch feature that they added really good? Oh, the repitch. Yeah, bug out. Been working on the flip. I'm close to where I want it. Um, yeah, I was like, what's rep pitch? The new, if I think you're probably talking about just having the, are you talking about like the warp stuff? I don't know. Like it's, I've never been like a huge fan of the warp other than trying to use it as an effect. Like plus or minus maybe 10%'s okay, but I haven't found like it's not really good for repitching down like 50% or anything. But I mean, like I am abusing the heck out of um, the pitches here, but I'm using it like the vinyl style pitch in times the warping are kind of stuck together. Um, so I've done a couple of videos on it. Like if you really want to do um, time stretching, the warp is real time, so it can only do so much. But if you go to process, you can go grab time stretch. This will allow you to go pretty nuts. And it's because it's offline and it just does it one time, it will give you a repitched sample or it'll keep the pitch, but just time stretch it for whatever you want. Like this is where I would go if you're trying to keep the same tempo, but um, I wasn't trying to keep the same tempo, so I've basically just been using the pitch functionality. I got the track to the pitch I wanted, and then which was -6 semitones, and then I have two separate tracks. One is plus 12 semitones from that, and then the other one's another plus 12. So I know everything's going to stay in time, but um, these claps are gonna be the death of me here. I'm gonna like end up filtering the heck out of them into nonsense probably. Let's try again. It's too low. Well, I get frequently people, I didn't even hear that clap. I frequently get people asking me like, why does it sound bad at -12? So maybe 4 kilohertz. I mean, part of the reason why the Akai stuff is so much better is because you can go tweak things quite a bit. Yeah, I will probably tweak it down in the fader. I'm trying to get the right tone that I want first, and I'm being very obnoxious about it. All right, I think I like that. What else am I gonna spaz out about? I need like a volume sweep up for the claps there. Let's go see if we can do it. I've been trying to figure out if I can. Oh, I just tap auto. I was trying to figure out how to do the automation in here because it was saying grid and I was like, I don't understand what's going on, but now I got it. You just got to tap auto and then you can go select velocity. Okay. I'm still not super thrilled with how this lays out and works, but despite that, we can probably... Oh, right. Let's go back in time. See if that sounds terrible or not. Alright, I'm okay with that. I'll do about the same here. The SP404 Mark II has some pretty nice effects. I mean, the stems is still what it is. I was telling folks it's probably gonna be one of those things where people are gonna be like, this lo-fi stem thing on the MPC is so cool, like 10 years from now. But I agree, it's workable and sometimes gets you useful stuff, but not always great. I feel like I should flip or otherwise. Whoa. Let's knock that down. No, we need to be able to see that. We're going to change our zoom level. I want grid view back. I kind of want to squeeze out some of this high end here. So we come from here. I just want to see how this sounds without... Come on. Work with me. I just want to see how this sounds without that. Because I'm really just trying to like carve out sections so it does keep kind of progressing and changing. So... See, I don't think it needs it there. Like that one time might be enough. Yeah, the SP404 Mark II has plenty of nice quick effects. They are very well tuned. Not always what I want to reach for, but like I've tried to explain to folks, the MPC has like pretty much any effect you could possibly ask for, but you have to do all the menu diving and mixing and matching stuff together. The SP404 Mark II, you just dial in one of the effects and change some of the knobs and you get something pretty good. I don't know. Is there anything else? I did say maybe some filtering or something. Is there any tracks here that should be filtered in? We can try it on the... Let me try something on the first track here. Let it open up a bit. We do have a filter on it, so we could... Oh, right, it's a high pass, which makes it even more fun. Okay. Before I go mess this up, I am going to do save project as, and we're going to call it V2, so that if I make any terrible messes, I have a way to go back. Yeah, Reverb, like Ether that they put out that's just desktop only is pretty nice. I was hoping they were going to launch it into the MPC as standalone, but I suspect it's just way too heavy. So what we're going to do here is dial all the way back to 111, and I got to turn this into write mode. And I think this is the order of operations I want to do. It's been a while. So let's start up at like 8K. I don't think I need overdub on, but just for fun. All right, we have like way too much. We need to start lower. Okay, we're going to do this. Undo, undo, undo. I don't know what remote events we're adding. Should probably redo that, whatever that nonsense is. We'll undo that. All right, that's where I wanted it. It was 66.1. That's where I had it before. I want to start from the beginning and see if I like this. Feels a little slow, but it's not terrible. I could try and draw that in better by hand. I don't know if I could do better, actually. Do we do the fade back out here? We're back at the beginning. No, we were at the end. Okay. Hopefully me stopping was still okay. I can draw in the rest, even if it's going to make me mental trying to get it right. But let's go. Kind of started early, huh? I'm okay enough with that. Yeah, I don't know about non-linear stuff. can maybe... Let's dig this down a little bit more. Ugh. Gross. I'll fix that. Right, zoom in and go back to pencil. Come on. Why are you fighting me? I don't think it's terrible to have it do that there. I think we're getting closer. Oh, gotta make sure. Okay. We're in read mode. I just don't want to accidentally be automating the mixer right now. These need to come way down. Take the claps down a bit still. Now the question is, do I add any more filter sweeps, effects, or try and drop some, drop those into the MP or SP404 Mark II for some extra something? Or we can just stay in here and see what we can do for effects on the master output. One more save as. I'm mostly pretty happy with this. Let's go to output. Anything we trust first. Well, Flavor Pro's taking up all the headroom. That sounds, all these so far sound terrible. Let's delete that. I don't like any of that. See if Soft Clipper wants to do anything for us. fuzzy. I think around 180 is not bad, but it is connected almost enough. Let's see. I'll just go straight out. So we'll move over here. So we're going to go output here, and then I'll just pop these over. So getting like 3-ish dB of gain reduction there. Okay, we're not clipping, which is a good sign. Still sounds a little fuzzy. Let's try 167. Let's find an empty bank here. See if we dial something in that's not super muddy. I'm not usually a huge catch fan. It can be a little fun to have it like set super low. Probably go. I should have grabbed my generation loss pedal, but let's see what we can do for drive here before it gets too loud. I'll try 60. Yeah, a lot of the MPC effects I feel like are set for maximum impact, not necessarily best sound. Just so you're like, oh yeah, I totally know what that's doing. So yeah, it can be a little much. I think a little tape hiss isn't maybe a bad thing. Let's try bus 2. Nah, warm saturator is going to be too much. I don't think vinyl sim's going to do much here. Let's start here. Let's go level 80. See if we can bump up the low end just a little bit more. It's too toasty. This is always where I find it fun because we're not... we're getting over negative 6 dB. Not much. Can't do it. It's too crispy. Might be able to put an isolator. Able to do like 3 dB and then into the cassette. Come on. Turn this down for a second. Yeah, Ferris. The OPXY does function as a USB host, so it can mount effectively, or it can connect to the SP404 Mark II as a audio device and use it to send and receive audio. You gotta be a little careful because you can create feedback loops, but it does absolutely work. Trying to listen for any pops and crackles. Yeah, I can record this and then show you. Let's stop everything. Turn looping off. Then we'll see what we get. Wait, am I on count in? Wait, there we go. So, oh no, we don't want count and wait because I can't hear it. All right. A little crackle there, which is a bummer. Guess that's it. Curious how long this is. 1:30 exactly. Perfect. Yeah, I can show you that it works. I know the SP404 Mark II is off to the side here, but I am just plugging in USB-C to USB-C in the back here. Turn it on, and you'll see when you go into COM here, you go to devices, and if you look, I mean, right now it says M8 up top, and it's lit up. The M8's not connected to it. It's just that it's showing you it's highlighted. But you can see the SP404 Mark II is highlighted, and it can see, it says it's connected. So if I just go to record here, I won't record anything, but let me get, what is it? Yeah, here we go. So I rotated the gray dial here to switch it over to USB. And if I go here, you can see that it's getting it on the VU meter. It's seeing it. So, yeah, it's seeing, I'm not going to hook this up and then go audio through it and everything. Just want to show you, like, it does work. It will send and receive audio and MIDI. Gorilla. When you collect those color wires, I have these as a bunch of patch cables, honestly, is what I mostly have used them for. I've got a patch bay down this way. Although I've disconnected it, I've gotten a lot of gear off of my desk so that I'm trying to get a simpler setup and focus on just using a few specific pieces of gear. That said, it is kind of nice having multicolored cables, just because then when you're like using a patch bay or mixer or whatever, you can then be like, oh, I know what this cable goes to, because if they're all the same color, you don't necessarily know what's left and right. Whereas I can tell you, I know that the top cables on the back of the MPC are usually what I would consider left. So going left here, I can see that I'm connecting into the left on the SP404 Mark II input, and then the blue one going over here is going into the right. So I know I'm going right to right. Do you have to do it? Absolutely not. You can just get the same colored cables, but HOSA, for whatever reason, these shorter cables, typically they are sending them they'll sell them as like a rainbow color pack. So you'll end up with a whole bunch of different cables. And I would say, when you're on the back of a rack trying to do a patch bay, going from a patch bay into like a mixer or whatever, it is nice to be able to actually just look at the back and see where you can go. The red goes from patch bay point 1 to mixer whatever. It's fine. You're asking if they're noisy. That's part of the reason why I was like, you know what? I kind of want to try not having as many patch points. I've had a good amount of noise, but from like connection noise, like with these cables. Even I don't know if it's the cables or the connections, but like sometimes I'll wiggle these shorter cables, like the HOSA ones. You'll just hear like crackling, and it's just because it's like maybe it's oxidized a little bit or whatever. And could I clean it and try stuff out? Sure, but I've got other cables that don't do that. But you also have to also think that these are you can get TS cables, but these are TRS, so there might be like a point where it's just barely connecting on like near the rings. I don't know. So, the Micro Freak can use those color wires also. So I want to know what those wires were used for my Micro Freak. Yeah, I don't have a Micro Freak, so I don't know if it's using like smaller, but I mean, these are 1/4-inch cables. I've got a bunch of, for Euro Rack, I've got a whole bunch of 1/8-inch cables as well. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm floating around with right now. It's just been, I got rid of the patch bay. Actually, I should say it's still mounted in my rack. Just nothing's connected to it right now. But I've had the cables, and they've just been easy to kind of connect stuff real quick that's on the desk that needs 1/4-inch instead of 1/8-inch. So, but if I was to swing the camera so you could see back here, you'll see a big pile of cables that I should probably clean up so it's not such a mess. Let's see how this sounds. Actually, I should check to make sure. Okay, I'm on bypass for bus 3 and 4. Let's turn gate off. I'm also trying, I can see on the mixer we're clipping, so it might be, I'm just restarting this because it's possible that some of the crackle that I'm hearing is just because I'm clipping on the mixer, not from the SP404 Mark II. Because I don't think it's the SP404. Yeah, just turning the volume down seems to have made a big difference. For the chords sounding familiar, I mean, there's only so many chord progressions you could do, but this is the sample that I was using. Dibia does like a every 2 weeks flip challenge, and I've been submitting, I don't know, since like 12 or 13 or something. Just fun to hang out, see what other people do with flips. So yeah, I just took what was posted for a sample and decided I'd mess around with it. Especially since I'm not doing my track a day right now. The track a day exercise, which wore me down for January. I guess I'm cool with that. We got a couple of things we can do. One, I can try to see if normalizing it will get us a little bit more volume. And yeah, it's possible you've heard the samples before. I don't know. I've also like abused them so heavily that it's possible that I've done something different with it. It just happened to hit a space where like it just sounds familiar. I don't know. The mixer's so close to clipping. Don't do it. The real question is if Bug Out is still out there, is this submission worthy? Yeah, the Eurorack patch cables are same idea, but they're 1/8 inch instead of 1/4 inch, or 3.5 millimeter instead of 7 millimeter. Probably yes. Thank you for the vote of confidence, man. I thought yours was good. Just unfortunately, there was too many submissions, and you just got skipped. It was not your fault, even though I know you were a little frustrated that there was some other submissions that were maybe a little bit more questionable. But yeah, my stuff's usually not in line with what those folks are doing. So at the very least, we're stretching their minds. I know you're a fan, man. I don't know. I should probably actually go grab lunch in a little bit. So, I guess this is probably a shift, export to SD card, sample, do it. Well, I'll have to go check out what you did for your final track because you were doing some fun stuff. I'll have to re-listen to see what part of the samples you were grabbing out of. Actually, I should play what I was doing on the Dirty Wave M8 with it. I wasn't getting super crazy like I usually do on the M8, but let's see, does this cable go to the mixer? It does. All right. Hopefully you guys are ready. I should probably check volume. Okay, that's not bad. Actually, I should probably crank it up a bit more. So let's see if Bug Out recognizes where I pulled the sample from. Do you know what part this is? I also have a second part that I was kind of starting to work around on, which is this. It all sounds terrible. Effectively, what I'm doing is I've got it in like almost like a granular mode on the M8 where it is playing a very tiny section. Here, I'll show you. You'll laugh as soon as you see this. So it's basically I'm taking a tiny section and looping it. It's just a really dumb old school trick you could do on like older samplers where you couldn't repitch things. What you do if you wanted to get it to play correctly, you just play a really tiny slice and slowly walk you use like an LFO or something to slowly use like a ramping up to slowly walk that tiny sample across the timeline, and you have it do that at the speed of what you were trying to play or match to. So this is the beginning. It's just I basically was doing this on the beginning. So like this like kind of guitar-y distorted piece is turned into this. I've grabbed like a few different like effectively like kind of half notes, but I just did like a very sloppy job chopping it up. But you can watch. Let's see if I can show you. It's a little. I know like I don't have the screen up. Let's see if I can get it like lined up so you can kind of see. Maybe not. If I get closer, where it says loop ST, you can kind of see like there's a little dot moving. That's basically the ramp up that I'm sending to automate playing and moving that like playhead, for lack of a better term, to get it to do this. And then I just kind of did a goofy similar thing here where I'm picking some different points. Yeah, I know, and I know Bug Out. I still owe you setting up for anybody that's out there and interested in flipping something. I'm still going to take that track and I will get something posted up on the Discord and some other places to let folks know if anybody wants to do a flip of a track that I did last month. Bug Out was bugging me it wasn't bugging me. I offered up if he was interested to do a sample flip. I'm not looking to do a challenge. I don't have anything to give anybody as a prize or anything. I just figured it'd be fun to see what people would come up with for some different ideas. So I do have the stems that I've exported from the SP404 Mark II on here. I just need to actually get them packaged up and let folks go mess with them. Anyway, guys, I guess I'm going to go grab lunch. So and maybe get the dogs out again. But take it easy. Have a great day. Keep making music. Keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace. And maybe I'll find the stop button.